Good morning guys, welcome back to a brand new weekly vlog. I'm starting the vlog off today actually on a Tuesday. Yesterday was quite a busy one, but today I'm heading into London. I've got a few things happening. So first of all being a shoot day with Fabric. We are shooting one of the covers for, I believe, our September issue, and that is going to be happening today. And then I have my Fabric summer party at Lucky Cat this evening, which is going to be so much fun. I've been to Lucky Cat before, actually quite recently, and showed you a few little of the dishes, but I'm really looking forward to it because it's like one of my favourite spots, and it's just in like the Mayfair area. It's a really cool vibe. It's like Asian infusion, like Japanesey style food, sushi, that type of thing. So yeah, I'm really excited for that. And also you can probably tell by the title of this video, I promise I will go into detail and obviously take you along tomorrow, but I'm hosting my very first event. This is something that I've wanted to do for the longest time. I've got vision boards here. I have had this on my vision board for more than 2 years. It's one of the things that I said that I've been putting off due to, you know, like fear of just not being ready, not feeling like people would attend, or that it would kind of culminate to kind of make the dream situation. But everything has kind of come together for tomorrow. I'm really excited, and I'm gonna have some of my favorite people there. Not everyone of my favorite people can make it, unfortunately, but it's still gonna be such a nice one. I find midweek morning events, that's when the event is going to be held, you're not quite sure who is going to be able to make it or not, but I love to do that type of thing. So I'm really excited to kind of go into more detail. Potentially later, maybe and likely, I might just have to show you it in real time tomorrow, just because of the nature of today. Today is super busy for me, with everything going on. Like, I honestly feel like these weeks are flying because of everything I'm kind of hopping around and doing. But today is a Fabric work day, so that is what I'm going to be focusing on. Hopefully I can show you a few little bits, some BTS of that, BTS of the shoot, and just what I'm working on today. And then tomorrow is all about the event. I cannot wait to bring you along. I'm honestly so excited. I don't know how it's going to turn out, but I think it's going to work out really well. But you guys are going to see everything tomorrow, which is so exciting. It's in this vlog. So please, if you found me, if you're watching, make sure you're subscribed. It really does help me grow this channel, get more people on the page and on the Explore, I guess. I know quite a lot of you right now are finding my videos purely through the Explore main homepage of YouTube. So if that is you, please make sure you're subscribed, and of course like this video, comment if there's anything you'd like to see, particularly in my weekly vlogs, and I can make sure I cover it. And yeah, if you want to kind of stay in touch with me day to day, head over to my Instagram at Alice Lucy Bradley. And yeah, I really hope you enjoy the vlog, guys. Good morning guys, so today is Thursday. I'm actually just parked up at the studio. I'm recording a couple of podcast episodes today with some guests, which I'm really looking forward to doing, and having a work day in the studio space that I work out of. I don't get to come to the studio enough, and the workspace that I kind of pay monthly for, but I really love it, and I feel like it's such a productive energy for me. So I've got up early. I actually left around sort of 7:30ish, quarter to 8 I think, and I've just arrived. It's like 9:30 now. By the time I've sort of driven in, depending on traffic, I never really know, but the traffic was pretty good this time, so it was pretty swift for me, or it felt swift, considering on Wednesday when I had my event I was in the car for 3 hours. So yeah, that was character building, to say the least. Like, I would be lying if I said that driving around London isn't stressful. Like, there are moments and drives and certain roads that really do get to me, and like,
do have an impact on whether I'm going to have a good route and a good drive or not. And it's so silly because it literally is just the drive in, and I need to kind of like factor it out of my day. But recently I've been having a few little things with traffic, and just traffic being pretty horrendous in London, so it tends to either have a knock-on effect on things for the day or impact my mood. But today was such a good drive in comparison to the drives that I've had as of late, so I'm in a good mood. And it seems so silly, but I have driven miles lately, like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of miles each week. And yeah, my driving uptake has kind of increased exponentially recently, and I know that's going to change very soon because of just some things that I've been organising and sorting out, which you guys will find out about very, very soon. But I've just kind of been spending a lot of time in the car, either with someone in the passenger seat and me driving, or on my own. And I feel like I'm one of those people that like tries to be as productive as possible when I'm in those types of environments, and it's really hard when you're driving because you can't be productive. So I'm finding that it to me feels like a waste of time, even though it's not, like I'm commuting, and you can't be productive all of the time. Like I try and, where possible, listen to podcasts that are educational or funny, or just something that can kind of like use and facilitate the time, so it doesn't feel like a massive waste. But Wednesday I had my event, and I wanted to kind of talk to you a little bit about that, give you a bit of a news and brief, a nib if you will, of the event. I honestly loved it, and looking at it now, hindsight, after the event and after the fact, and putting together all the content and sharing all the content on my stories, I realised that actually, you know, I did do a thing, and I had some wonderful people collaborating with me. My friend India from Trendy Social and the lovely girls at House of Hutch were basically collaborating with me, enabling me to use their studio space and kind of using that as a backdrop for the event that I wanted to put on. I've wanted to put on this event for over a year. I have had the invite made for over a year. I just have had a few things, really, like a mixture of imposter syndrome, not having the right event space, not really knowing when would be the right time to do it, and it just kind of got to the point where it was like, it's now or never. It was on my vision board for the longest time. It was on my like goals list for 2024, like, honey, it's time. We need to start facilitating in-person IRL community-based events, and I'm so glad I did it. There were a lot of people that unfortunately couldn't make it and were like top of my list, and I really wanted to be there, but whatever way, they weren't able to attend. I did do it on a Wednesday morning. You know, people do have work, they have other commitments, they're traveling, it is summer. Like, I just had to go with the flow, send out the invites and just see who would show up. And I'm so glad that people did show up, because there's always a fear, isn't there, that, you know, maybe no one's going to show. And I did actually have so many more people confirmed for the day that didn't show, but that is totally fine as well. Like, I've been there before where suddenly something has come up and I've not been able to attend. So yeah, you ride the wave. I feel like events are a really interesting new next step and a different ball game altogether. Like, I've never put together an event before for my personal brand, so that is a first, and I'm clapping my hands, patting myself on the back, whatever, but so thankful and grateful for the people that helped make it so special. I had a last minute collab with Matcha, put together and made up matchas on the morning of, so very kind and just amazing altogether. Obviously House of Hutch for the backdrop and the studio space in Battersea, and then my wonderful friend India, who was kind of shooting here and there content, little bits and bobs. She is so great at putting events together with her network as well, so it was really nice just to have somebody that I could like reach out to and say, okay, do you think this is a good idea, bounce off of, get ideas from. It is the first event, so yeah, more to come. I really want to do more in-person events that involve my community, so if you're watching this and you want to be involved, please message me or just drop a comment in this video. I would really appreciate it, honestly. Just to know and hear your feedback would be wonderful. But yeah, I feel like it was a big learning curve. I was definitely super hard on myself on the day. Like, it's so crazy, like, you have all these ideas and you put your mind to something, and then I don't know what it is about me lately, but it's something that I really need to be working on, because I'm noticing it as like a shadow side of myself that I definitely want to put time and energy to, you know, privately, but I want to work out why it is I'm being so super hypercritical of myself lately. Like, to the nth degree, I am being critical. So I want to kind of uncover why that is and why I felt so sad. Like, I genuinely felt so sad after the event was up. I drove home with my boyfriend and I literally just like was all sad for some weird reason, and then I cried. I literally cried after the event, and it was a really great event, and I had amazing people, and I had really great feedback, and I did headshots and I did photography, and I had people wanting to book in for shoots. Like, Alice, this is everything that you want to facilitate. Like, it doesn't need to be perfect to gain traction and gain momentum. And then once I put the stories out the following morning, I realised, oh my gosh, people actually do care. People do find something beneficial from what we've done at this event. And it wasn't until I shared it and got feedback and got responses and messages and DMs saying, please invite me to the next one, let me know when you're doing another one. It's just made me realise, like, the only critic, the harshest critic, tends to be ourselves. I was listening to a podcast today in the car with Mel Robbins. She's honestly fantastic. I'm going to pop a screenshot of the episode that I was listening to. She had a guest on today, and it was how to create like a new version of yourself, and she said a really like powerful quote which I had to then write down, and it honestly made me well up inside. And the quote was, you can't want to heal and punish yourself at the same time. And it is so true for the moving forward, the progress, the regrets of some of maybe my career choices or maybe choices that I've made in my life. Like, I can't keep punishing myself for those little things and those little things that went wrong, or, you know, like, I could say that certain things went wrong at the event. They didn't. They really didn't in the grand scheme of things. But like, for example, I was caught in traffic. I ended up being late to my own event, and I had 5 minutes to get changed, do my hair, do my makeup. I actually didn't even get time to even straighten my hair, so my hair was just as it was. And set up for the event, and also present myself in a way that I wanted to present myself. Like, there's a part of me that is very like frantic and chaotic, and that is a part of me, but there's also a very professional side of me that typically I would get to an event hours early if I was creating it and hosting it. So because that was out of my control and I couldn't control the traffic, even though I literally left with like more than 3 hours to spare, I still ended up being pretty much late for my own event. So that made me kind of self-punish and kind of get into that mentality. But the quote is so true. Like, you can't want to heal, you can't want to move forward and make progress if you punish yourself at the same time. Like, you can say, okay, I've learned from that, I'm going to leave this, I'm not going to leave this to the last minute, I'm going to do my hair and makeup before I leave and get in the car. Like, I now know what I need to facilitate. Like, I might even book a hotel the night before, so I know I'm 100% in the area, I don't have to stress, I don't have to worry. It's made me realise certain things. But yeah, that quote really struck with me. I recommend you listen to that episode. It was fantastic. I've also been doing like more card readings on YouTube. There's a girl that I absolutely love. Again, I'll link her in the description. I always find when I'm drawn to a particular tarot reader, I tend to have that certain chapter and phase in my life. Like, I've maybe gone through like 3, or like there were 3 or 4 that I would watch religiously, like all their videos, but this particular girl has been amazing. She's called the Gem Goddess, and her videos lately have just really struck a chord, and her readings have been super specific, really, you know, engaging and guiding me. And it's just made me realize, like, I want to get back to nurturing the things that were making me feel whole, and also allowing me to grow and have that mental clarity and not have brain fog and not have this self-deprecating mentality that like I'm not good enough and I don't deserve to be doing what I'm doing. So yeah, I feel like I really want to go back to the drawing board with that. Like, I want to go back to journaling. I want to go back to factoring in time in my week to self-care and complete solo time, like Alice time, me time, that is, you know, for reflection and just for me. Like, it's actually crazy how things can happen in your life and you almost like forget certain habits that you put into place, and it happens slowly over time, but then you're like, oh my gosh, I actually haven't journaled in a really long time, or I haven't written my daily gratitudes, or I haven't you know, done a meditation in a long time. Like, those practices need to be a daily habit and a daily routine. So I would definitely say that that is something that I'm trying to work on at the moment. But yeah, I just wanted to update you all on what was going on. I feel like I haven't been very present this week. Also, I haven't even had a chance to edit my previous weekly vlog, so that will be coming up late. You'll be seeing like these vlogs very close together, but hopefully that's okay, and hopefully now it's back into routine and back to the content, because I am filming it. So yeah, I really hope you guys are enjoying the weekly vlogs, and I know this was like the longest ramble ever and talking segment, but I just wanted to get it off my chest and crack on with the rest of the vlog. I'm gonna go in now and get my makeup on. See, I've learnt, get my makeup on, get a bit of work done. I've got guests coming at midday or from midday, and I've got a 2-hour session, which will be really nice as well. So it's going to be really lovely. I'm going to enjoy my Friday. I'm going to have a productive Friday, and I'm not going to beat myself up about things that are so unnecessary in the grand scheme of things. Like, perfection does not exist. It only exists in the place that we view ourselves, and it's all well and good having things like vision boards and having a version of ourselves that we want to be and become, but if we can't embrace the middleman and, you know, the messy action along the way, then we won't get to that version of ourselves, because we won't allow ourselves to even make the first step. You know, that's what I need to remind myself of. So that's what we're doing here. I'm gonna head in now. I'm really excited. I've just seen 2 people as well pop into the studio space that I really love that work at this studio, so it's gonna be good vibes all around. I'm really happy. But yeah, I hope you're enjoying the vlog, and if you're feeling the same way, drop a comment, message me. Like, we can talk and chat about this, and we can help each other through. So yeah, let's have a good day.
I've got you, welcome you into my world.